Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning's Messages of Love from Above, and hope you're having a great weekend, or if you're on the other side of the world, that you had a great weekend, since your Sunday is probably in the evening. So, welcome, welcome. Let me get my desktop all set up here, and let me see, is my camera here? Let me just make sure it's adjusted right here. Maybe. All right. Hope everyone's having an amazing moment. And I'm just going to get things set up. All right, that looks good. And let's get the chat expanded here. All right, that looks good there. And YouTube says we are live. That's even better. All right. So let's get some love coming in to this moment, into this reading, into this planet. And let me grab my singing bowl and have it up here. And whether you're watching live or on replay, we can come together and send love out to the world, because that love is outside of space and time. So we can always join together whenever we watch a video or interact and send love together out to the world. So I'm going to take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now. If you'd like to join me and just let the world, that chaotic, wonderful, beautiful, chaotic world out there, fall away for a moment. So let's take a big, deep breath. Beautiful. And as I hit the singing bowl, we let that love flow down into us and flow out to the world. I'll probably hit it like 3 times. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that. I'm just going to put the singing bowl back up over yonder here. And there too. All right. Hey, everybody. I know, I love that singing bowl, right, Nova? It's and lately it's just been even more. It's like the energy's changing in the world, and the vibration of things changes too, right? So I love it. I love it. All right. So before we get into everything, um, I do want to make sure everyone knows the new podcast came out this morning on my podcast, From Chaos to Cozy. And it's all about the journey. You know, we come from cozy, we come down here to chaos, and it's about our journey back to cozy. And it's a lot of the darkest times in my life are the most chaotic and lower vibrational. And the things that Spirit has taught me and what they want to share. And as we're going, you know, zip, 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 and expanding back to that beautiful coziness. Also, I had mentioned in the podcast earlier this month, I have a hedge of peace and love. It's normally $50 for 2 weeks, and it's a 2-week energetic process where it creates a pocket of peace and quiet and gives you time to reflect, and it'll push out lower vibrational things out of your life for a little bit. giving you time to reflect and transform things. And it's half off for the month of May, and I extended it for the weekend because I'm usually so busy with readings and everything else. I'm like, well, I'll change it on Monday. So you have through the end of today, and whenever I wake up and get going tomorrow, is when I'll change it. So if you're interested, check that out with the description box down below. We'll have a link to that and what that is and what that's all about. Also, this week, we put out a pick a card. Every once a month, I have a pilgrimage meditation where we go on a meditation to some sacred location. And lately, it's been on the planet, and we've been visiting all the chakras of Mother Earth. This is the last chakra, the crown chakra, that we're going to be visiting. And it was Mount Kailash, which is in Tibet, currently occupied by China. And it's a beautiful meditation. We actually do a singing bowl in there. And then the question we ask for a pick a card that comes with that is where can I see my life from a higher point of view? So be sure to check that out. Also, once a month, we have a pick a card that comes out around the sun season or the change of the zodiac sign. Of course, we're in Gemini season, so this pick a card is for Gemini. And so it's, for whatever, for all of us, we have a pick a card. But for Gemini Sun babies, there is a 3-month bonus reading that gives you a 3-month forecast. So happy birthday to you, Gemini Sun babies. So check that out. And if you have any Geminis in your life, be sure to send them that link and say, hey, happy birthday from your bruddaZEN. And can you believe it is June already? So if you haven't checked out your June monthlies, here is a link to the playlist where you can check out for your sun sign, your moon sign, wherever the planet exists in that sign, you can look that up. In fact, in that, I do have a little list at the beginning that talks about the planets and what area of the life they roll over. So if you know your birth chart, you can say, like, your Venus is in Pisces, and so you go look and see what Pisces says, and all of that information is around your love during that month. And that's the amazing thing. We can look out all these different windows of our different planets in our birth chart and see a clearer picture of what's going on around us. When we're only looking out one window, like our sun sign, we see one view, but there's so many different things going on in our lives that it allows us to see those things. So if you're interested, be sure to check that out. Oh, right. Included in that too, I have like the month overview of I call it astrological Zenergy, which talks about the big things of astrological energy that Spirit wanted me to share. And so it gives a little overview of that. But then throughout the month, I also have pick a cards around the new moon, full moon energy. And then also every once in a while, every couple weeks or so, an astrological Zenergy separate video. This one came out this week, which is about the Neptune and the Chiron retrogrades. And then also we have a great launch time going on right now. Not lunchtime, but launch time. But you can have lunch if you want. But it's a great time with all of our inner planets, which are, Mercury, Venus, and Mars are all within that. They're the closest to Earth and within the asteroid belt. And they impact us more. And when they're all direct, it's a good time, like the tide is going out. And so we're going forward. It's a good time to launch things. And up until like July 17th, middle of July, when Mercury starts to go into its pre-shadow, we have time now. Great time to launch stuff. So I like that. And then if you want to check up on all of this energy, there's the playlist for those videos. Talk about retrogrades and do different everything's like that as well. So that is the skinny on those. So if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome, welcome, welcome. We've got a great group of people with huge hearts, great senses of humor. So we have a giant moth crawling on the window. I love animals and all those beings. But there is, it's like, you can't come in. No, you can't come in. Sorry, easily distracted. So, but how the free readings work, I do go down in order, first come, first serve. All you have to do is put your question in the chat. There's no special list. It's it. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can ask for a general reading, and then we'll pull cards for that. Spirit knows what you're looking for. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. I step out of the free readings, prioritize those, dive deeper, meaning that I pull more cards for those too. And then I move back into the free readings and move down the list. If I don't finish in the 2 hours that I'm on for the free readings, I go spend like an hour or so with my Praying Mantis YouTube channel members. And then and then I usually, like today, I'll eat, and then I'll come back on, and I'll definitely finish all the free readings today. You might just have to wait a little bit to get to all of them. So appreciate your patience with all that. Thanks for all the thumbs up. It does help spread the Zen love. So thanks for being part of the love tsunami. And shout out to my some YouTube channel members. You'll see their names in green with their little badges, and we've got a lot of winners. We had winners yesterday. Every month YouTube gives me 10 free Zen Cricket memberships to give away. So, and Grace 1111, I think you were from last month, so yours will be going away here in a few days, so enjoy it. Kritika Malhotra, congratulations to you. Happy Pill was one of the winners. And me, not me, but ME. Hello, hello. And then HTTPS, you're one of my regular YouTube channel members. So thank you so much for your monthly donations and everyone that makes donations here and purchases my services. And as well as I send blessings to my host who lets me live here for free. Because of all of you, I'm able to do everything that I do. So a big thank you to all of you. If you're interested in any of my YouTube channel memberships, I believe it's $2.99 or $3.99. Let me just look really quick because I do this every day and then I forget to go look. So it'll take me 2 seconds to verify it. But my let me see, where is it at here? My Praying Mantis membership is $7.99 a month. It is $2.99 a month. Okay. So the Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month. You get advanced access to all of my podcast and my pick a cards, my monthly readings too. Like July is already out, so my YouTube channel members have access to those already. So you get advanced access to those, and on Wednesday nights you do get access to the Cozy Chat, which is from 6 to 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And we just get together and talk about the podcast, any questions around it, anything about chaos being moved to cozy in our lives too. And we ask spirit questions. So that's all available to the Zen Cricket for $2.99 a month. And then my Praying Mantis members get all of that for $7.99 a month. Plus Thursday nights, we have a 2-hour Q&A. And we read books and we pull past life readings and oracle readings and readings. And then after each one of these sessions, my 5 sessions that I go live over the weekend, twice on Friday, twice on Saturday, and once today. Afterwards, we have an hour for each of my Praying Mantis members where we can all get together and readings and astrology, whatever we want to talk about. So if you're interested in any of that, like I said, all of it's down below. All right. So enough of the blah, blah, blah. I am going to be using today this Wild and Unknown Tarot. This is the big box it comes in. I can't see that too. There you go. Really cool. They've got Wild and Unknown Oracle, and there's another one. I've got 3 of their decks that I've collected over the years, and I really like their Oracle and all those. One of these days I'll do like a Wild Unknown session where we use all of them. But let's take a look here. So I do have some donations, so we're going to jump in there first. So let me just make sure here. All right. So HTTPS, thank you so much. You're up first. Let's give that some love and a like there. And thank you so much for that donation. So whatever the cards want to show you. All right. So let's take a look here. Let's give them one more shuffle here. And then we have Shanae after that. And then Supernova, quadruple Supernova. And then Infinity. And then back to Nova. See here for a couple more, and then infinity for another one. Thank you guys so much for your multiple donations. I so appreciate all the love and support. I'm just blown away. Oh, and what else? I know it's just so giddy sometimes. I know, but I got some charms yesterday, and I put them in this beautiful cup that somebody gave me. It's about dreams here and butterflies, and I have them in here. So I might also grab a charm, and I haven't read charms before, but I'm excited to do it. So maybe we'll do that too. Always like doing new stuff, right? All right, let's get into it. You're like Zen, focus. All right, here we go. I don't know why I'm so giddy today. Maybe it's the Aries moon energy. We're still in Aries moon, I think. So you got one, two, three, and then this one here. And then we'll pull a charm too. So the bottom of the deck, you've got the Father of Pentacles, which would be the King of Pentacles. I love this. This antlers being all rainbowy. This is like, feel like there's a solid foundation, and you can trust that you're being guided by spirit. I feel like these are antennas, you know, be and haven't seen this before, but keep an eye out in the outside world for signs, synchronicities, validations, and those things, because I feel like those are antennas and you're zeroing in, and they're really the energy. It's like the veil is really thin for you in the outside world, where you're going to start to like see like a lot. If you've been seeing stuff, I feel like it's going like ludicrous speed of a lot where you're seeing in the outside world. And I feel like you're going to start to see things in the corner of your eye. You're like, I thought something was there. I saw something. I saw something. And they've got this all popping in here, right? So I like this that message. All right, let's see what else we have here. Then you have the Daughter of Cups, which is the Page of Cups, which again, I love the little how it's black and white, and they show here they're zeroing in here. Why is it not? There it goes. A little better. You got the shadow, the reflection in the water here. So I like this, the emotions, the water, the reflection on your emotions and what you're feeling. And let's see what that is about here. Okay, yeah. Because you got the 10 of swords, which is about, you know, releasing these thoughts and these beliefs and this, it's like the people pleasing and the fear of letting people down. And I feel like there's a big reflection. There's some, not that there's going to be people going, oh my God, I'm so disappointed in you or something like that, but I feel like you're going to sense through these emotions and this reflection how some people are not like, well, you're not doing what I want you to do. And you're like, whoop-de-doo, you're not doing what I want you to do either. But you don't say that. You just, this is what's bubbling in the inside. And you're like, yeah, but what am I afraid of? Why does it upset me that other people get upset when I don't do what they want to do? But when I reflect and go, you know what? Not people in the world don't meet my expectations 100% either. So why does it bother me so much? I feel like you're looking into this here in the next couple weeks. Yeah, and here we go. And then you have the world card, which is the ending of old cycles and beginning of new adventures, which is free of expectations. That's the last card of the major arcana. You move into the full card, which is like a child looking at the world full of possibilities and not having a lot of these restrictions and things that, come forward and you know, uh, feel suppressed, keep us from moving forward, keep us from doing things, right? So I'm gonna dig in here. I'm gonna pull one charm. Let's see how this goes. All right. Yeah, look at this. So you got dolphins here. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. Look at the dolphins. So double dolphins. And dolphins for me represent joy and celebration. And they have this energy of just looking at life like like the full card, where it's like swim, swim, enjoy, joy. And they always look like they have a smile on their face. So I like this joy and this release that comes, and this feeling of like, wow, you know what? I'm not gonna be in the future. I'm not gonna be in the past. I'm going to be in the now. I'm not going to be out there worrying about what everyone's thinking about me. And I'm not going to worry about what everyone else is doing. I'm just going to focus in on the joy in the moment right now. And I like this the sonar that the dolphins have created with this higher, they are able to have this inner sonar where they can sense things far away, and I feel like that's part of all of this too. Wow, I love that for you. So that's what's coming in right now for you, HTTPS. So many blessings to you. All right. And thank you again for your donation. So we'll scroll down. Hey, Johanna, shout out to one of my YouTube channel members. Greetings, greetings. You just rescued a bunch of ducklings or some similar kind of birds. Oh, well, thank you for being Mother Nature's hands. You're so funny. I love it. All right. So, Shanae Govender, you are up. Let's give your donation some love and a like. Thank you so much for that. So, you want to know, will things improve with you and Kay? All right, let's take a look here. Give those a shuffle, take a sip of coffee. Cheers, everybody. And will things improve with Kay? All right, boom, boom, boom. And I got those. 3, 2, 1. All right. Well, we got the bottom of the deck. We've got the Father of Wands, the King of Wands, which is there's some decisions coming up here. And even underneath that, we've got the Magician that's coming in, which is all about this power, taking the wand, the magic wand we have of our energy. And so I feel like there's possibilities that can go either way. We have this 3, 2, 1. I feel like things are counting down to something. I'm like, uh-oh, is it an explosion or is it improvement? And I feel like it can be either one with that energy, because this is saying it depends on what energy they're investing and what energy we're focusing on. If I'm focusing on fear that things won't, then I'm feeding that, and I'm gonna count down to a departure and an explosion. If I start focusing on gratitude for what I do have in the relationship and my interactions with the individual, higher vibration, right? Unconditional love, enjoying laughter and peace. And that helps bring in that instead. So there's a countdown. And I feel like things can't stay the same way that they are with this countdown. So it's going to be about what I focus my energy on that makes the difference. Let's see what these 3 cards are here first. All right. Yep. So we have the Temperance, which is the patience and here's that the fire that Temperance is like alchemy. It goes back and forth, and whatever magic I'm putting into it is what comes to fruition. And there is great possibilities here. You've got the 10 of Pentacles and the Daughter of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles in this one. And so there is this, new opportunity, this birthing of something new, this harvest that can come from it. But it is important about the energy. And because in the 10 of Pentacles can be the relationship card, but it's the fullness of abundance of the outside world. That's 3, and then 2. Okay, yeah. And so they're saying here, sorry, you got the 10 of Wands here and the 8 of Cups. So the 10 of Wands is a lot of energy. Again, this is like a change of where I'm investing my energy. And so it's moving from the lower vibration to the higher vibration, and leaving behind the emotions and relationships that don't serve anymore is also part of this. So, and what that means, it doesn't necessarily mean that Kay, this relationship with them is what you need to leave behind, but it's the energy that changes, and then also the emotional energy. Like, what pains, what have I experienced with them that made me, the lower vibrational emotions that triggered within me? They just did or didn't do, said or didn't say whatever that causes the triggers to pop inside of us, but it always happens for us, right? When because life just happens, but our thoughts, these stories in here are what paint the picture of their actions or non-actions. And the emotions are triggered within us, not out here, in here. And our energy, what we're focusing on, is what draws to us. And the physical actions we take, all that energy that we're putting out each moment, we're choosing, and sometimes it doesn't feel like a choice, I know, because we're taught, different people, growing up, that when that happens, this is what it means, this is how I'm supposed to feel, what I'm supposed to invest my energy in, what physical actions I'm supposed to do. And we kind of feel like a puppet to the outside events that are going on in the world because of all that, you know, programming, that conditioning, all that popular opinion of supposed to's. But when we realize, wait, I get to choose all this and I don't need to be on autopilot and reactionary mode, that when they do this, I can go, they do that. And I'm like, so why is all this happening in here? What am I fearing? What belief systems do I have? That is this how I want to be, how I want to react, how the story I want to put to it? No, I can change it. There's this power. This 8 of cups with this 10 of wands is I get to choose my emotions, and I get to transform these emotions that are bubbling up below the surface on autopilot, and I get to choose where I'm investing my emotional energy. Some of this is about realizing the relationships that you're over giving a lot to. And if K is one of them, and you're like, you know what? That's your choice too. That's your power of choice. But when we're realizing, in our lives, we're taught, oh, give, give, give to everyone. This is that 10 of wands. Give to everyone and everything until you're exhausted, right? And then you realize, this friendship I've been having for years, I'm always the one putting in 80, 90% of the energy, and they're always only putting in 10, 20%. Relationships can fluctuate, but when it's always consistently way out of balance, you can realize I'm the one keeping this relationship alive and on life support. If I disconnect, that sounds bad. When I disconnect the life support and I step back, if the relationship dies, it dies, and it's served its purpose. But you get all this energy back that you're investing in that. And so this comes in with, and if this does resonate with K, and you decide it, that's totally up to you. You can, like, back off and see what happens, like go back to 50%. Other relationships or friendships or family or whatever, where you're like, no, I know, no, I'm not going to back off to 50. I'm taking that to zero and I'm going to let it just drift away. If they don't throw a lifeline, it just drifts away, right? So there is this getting a lot of emotional energy back for yourself, and that also helps you in emotional interactions with important people. And then you have the Father of Cups. Yeah, balancing the head and the heart. So we do have this energy coming in here, that things can get better, things can balance out, but it's all about, the only thing you can do is focus on the energy that you're investing, and that's coming forward in there. So let me put these cards back in the deck here, and then let's grab you a charm. All right, here we go. It's just, whoa, you got two here. Yeah, you got. All right, let's see how we're going to be able to do this with my big old fingers. But you've got a butterfly. Let's see, butterfly and a snowflake. So, the butterfly is transformation, transition. This is the 3-2-1. You've been changing. Um, Butterflies need to do butterfly things. And if Kay can't go do butterfly things, then it's time, to let them go do caterpillar things and you go do butterfly things. And I love the snowflakes too, are like transformative energy, because water transforms, starts off the ocean, right? It becomes vapor, becomes clouds, it goes back, it becomes snowflakes, it melts, it becomes puddles, rivers, streams, whatever, it goes back to the sea. So there is transformation and change with both of those coming in, and it's okay if you've changed, and and it's like it's just not clicking anymore. But there is transformation that can happen within that. But if they aren't willing to, meet you halfway and transform with you, then sometimes we have to make those decisions. So, right. So that's what's coming in for you, Shanae. Hopefully that resonates. And many blessings to you. There you are. Hey. So glad that you like that. And thank you for your sense of humor. Right. Thank you, Jasmine. I did see the Cash App come through. So you are on the list. We got 4 from Nova coming up next. And then we'll Infinity, couple for Nova, Infinity, HTTPS additional, and then we'll jump to you, Jasmine. So um, thank you guys so much for all your support. I'm just, like I said, always blown away. All right, so Supernova. Let us jump in here. Let's give these a. Sorry, I'm still clearing my sinuses this morning. It's going to be 84 degrees Fahrenheit here today. Glad I'm in the basement. I'm a winter baby, so I like the cool weather. All right, just a weather report, a random weather report. Aren't you glad to get those? All right, so Nova, your first one, the woo with the spiral eye emoji for number 1. So, what do you need to know about this situation that you're going through? All right, let's take a look. You, hey, hey. All right. So let's take a look here. You're eating cereal. Yum. Good. I'm glad you're eating. All right. So this is what you need to know about the situation here. All right. Well, we got the bottom of the deck. We got the star card, which is, here's the dream come true, wish upon a star card. And so it feels like the situation you're going through is, I just feel like they're saying everything that you go through, every moment is a step in your dream. Because our dream truly is to experience this life and enjoy the moments and have all this come through. And I like this just reminder for all of us, like every moment is no moment is ever is ever waited. I mean, wasted. um, you know, we sometimes feel, oh, all this stuff because we have this idea in our human brain. This is what a dream come true looks like because we've seen it on TV or whatever, right? But this is about just know that we come down here for this human experience, and every moment is for that. So I like that. Let's see what other cards came up here. Yeah, you got Mother of Pentacles. So, Queen of Pentacles, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, new birth of things. And so, what you're going through is really, I feel like they're pointing you back to yourself, to self care. Yes, you said, I fell down and hit my face. And, you know, and it's okay, literally and figuratively, we do fall on our face and we think, oh, that was a mistake, this was bad, this was horrible. But it's a wake-up call, care, self-care, care for ourself, pay attention to ourself, right? So there is this you becoming the mother, the adult for your little inner child and your human self, right? As you say, it's time to adult and to transform into this beautiful parent, right? And you got the Ace of Swords. So definitely clarity of life, seeing things clearer from up above. And sometimes, let me see here, sorry, it'll focus in a little better here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. But there is this, um, you're eating more. See, that's good. And caring for yourself and paying attention to the physical world with the Mother of Pentacles. Pentacles being the outside world too. But I like this. I know, right? There's so many great things about, moving into adulthood. And then there's a lot of stuff like, I just want to be a kid again. Oh, wow, look at you. Yeah. So I feel like all what you're going through is bringing a lot of clarity with the Ace of Swords coming in. Yeah, here's the Four of Pentacles. There's this. solid foundation of the outside world. It's like really getting you anchored in your physical world in a, just a I don't know, solid foundation. It's just like I'm getting a solid feel of my outside world because we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. So I like this focusing in on self-care and clarity, and then the world becomes more solid too. And I feel like there is this coming back to now too. I like that. It's like when we trip and we hurt ourselves or whatever, nothing brings us back to this moment than something happening in this moment. Otherwise we're kind of drawn into the past or drawn into the future. But when something happens, it's like there's nothing like pain and scary things and other stuff that bring us like, hey, here, right now. It's like, whoa, it's a wobbly and jiggly like jello, right? Yeah, and you have the sun card. So here's your Leo energy, shining bright, shining light on things too. The sun card does that. So, it's to bring clarity and to really show you, come back to the moment, come back to now. But self-care is a huge piece of this. That they're like, remember the dream, what you're wanting, and that there is something to hang around for, and that you came here on purpose for a purpose, but be here in the moment and care for yourself. Because if you're not healthy and you're not doing well, then what happens there, right? Yeah, I love it. Here's your kitty going, "Yeah, that your cat has a lot to teach you here." Let's see if I can get it to, playing with the yarn, play. It's important to have joy and play and be in the moment too. So so I like that energy of, you know, take cat naps, play, enjoy, hiss if you need to, and I like that. I love it. Fun, fun. So there you go. Wow. Uh, so that's what they have for that one. So thank you for that. And then your next emoji. I like that. So number two is, what do you need to know about yourself right now? All right, let's take a look here. Dog, that's funny. All right. So let's see here. What do you need to know about right now? So one and two and three and four. All right. Yeah. So they're kind of coming back to that here with the 10 of cups here. This is all about joy, 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 and celebration and fullness of emotion. And it's like, what do I need to know about now? Choose joy, choose joy, choose joy. And it kind of just comes over with that cat, play with the yarn, enjoy it, Uh, you know, whenever, I mean, I've had so many cats throughout my life, and whenever you have like a kitten and they're in that teenage stage where they're just like, woo, everything is so fun to play with, that's the kind of energy I feel coming in here. Yeah, and so you got the 10 of cups, you have the 10 of pentacles. So this gratitude of life, joy and gratitude, grateful for everything that we have around us. So I feel like they're kind of saying, chin up, young person, chin up. Look at, there's so much joy, there's so much fullness of life, and that in gratitude and joy are fear destroyers, fear transformers, life transformers. The more that we can focus on joy and gratitude in each moment, the more we're drawing in things that match that energy too. But it changes our whole aspect. Let's see what else we have here too. Yeah, because they do bring in new opportunities that come in, and I like that when we are grateful for what we do have, then we're given more. When we focus on lack, then we're telling the universe, I really enjoy lack, can you take some away from me? They're like, sure, if that's what you want to experience, then we'll do that, right? So I like this gratitude for what is around, and and there's a lot we can. if we focus on what's going wrong in the world, in our world, and all the lower vibrational stuff, we become experts at finding that in the world. When we become experts at finding things to be grateful for in each moment, then we become masters of that, and we can find something to be grateful for when other people can't. And we get to choose, do I want to be an expert on finding what's wrong in each moment or what is awesome in each moment? And we can, I mean, and I talk about doing gratitude journals a lot, and it's great because it starts even if it's a one a day, writing something down I'm grateful for, not repeating anything. I mean, I eventually went almost 5 months doing a gratitude journal because I loved the change of energy. And it was like, even just, like sitting here, I'm like, I'm grateful that I have equipment. I'm grateful for YouTube. I'm grateful for electricity. Grateful for internet. I'm grateful for, um, you know, um, plumbing and refrigeration. I'm grateful for coffee, and I'm grateful I have cards. I'm grateful for a connection to spirit. I'm grateful for all of you. You just have all of the stuff, right? Yeah, you can be grateful for the corner in the wall because you're just like, yeah, or for a circular room that I'm in and I don't have a corner. It's like, there's so much, and I like that energy. Let's see what else we got here too. Yeah. So we have the 5 of Wands, which is a change of energy from lower vibration to higher vibration. So exactly as we've been talking about. And more kitties. Like the Justice card here. So the Justice card is about balance and balancing our small T truths, and seeing our capital T truths, seeing things from a different perspective, realizing so much of my old conditioning was rooted in fear because that's growing up. That's what we get a lot from family and society and movies and news and everything else is fear, 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 fear. You got to fit in. If you don't fit in, rejection, more fear, all of this stuff that comes in. And I like this balancing energy here, that and here, yeah, I mean, with the black and the white, whatever, even though the Native American, there's an old Native American story about a grandchild talking to their grand parent, and the grandparent is telling them that, within each of us, usually it's a black and white wolf. In this cat, it's a black and white cat. There's each within us, and whatever, it's like they're at war, and one is of lower vibrations, one is higher vibration, and they are supposedly are battling. And the grandchild's like, well, who wins? And the grandfather says, well, you're feeding one or the other every moment, so whichever one you feed the most is what wins. And so I feel like this energy of being aware of what I'm feeding in each moment, and that helps transform energy. Oh, your cat is black and white, or it's both. So now your cow can be your the mice in your wall. That's right. Um, and yeah, now they can be a reminder for you every time you see them. They are, a reminder. Am I feeding black or white? Yeah. And then for this reading, your charm is a dragonfly. And a dragonfly, of course, is all about transformation and change, and that you don't have to it's not like this long process of like, oh, well, I've got to work through a lot of stuff to be able to choose that. No, every moment is one or the other. They move so fast from, you know, they are one moment a water nymph and the next they're a dragonfly. There's no cocoon they go through. And so the transformation can be quick, is what I feel is with that. All right. So that's what they have for that one for you. I like it. And then for your third one, which is the star, I like that. So there's the star, and you want messages from your spirit guides. Also, will you be okay? All right. So we'll take a look here. Of course, for questions around okayness or wellness, of course, disclaimer in the description box of the video. I'm not a medical, psychological, financial professional. Tarot's designed for, of course, entertainment purposes. You've heard it all before, but I have to say it here in the United States. So let's see what your messages from your spirit guides are here. All right, so one, two. Hey, you're beginning 4 cards. 4 is the stability thing. And are you going to be okay? All right. Yeah. Speaking of stability things, so 4 of Cups, you got emotional stability here on the bottom of the deck. So that is telling me that things are going to be stabilized. Things, even though, emotionally we might feel like everything's like up and down and everywhere. I feel like there's the stability that does come in for you here. Let's see what else we got. Yeah. So you got death and rebirth. So you are going to have a change of situation here. No, you're not dying. It's like, oh no, you got too much to do. So there is this kind of rebooting and rebirthing energy that comes in here, you know. Yeah. So, it's like I get to just go and enjoy it. Yeah, yeah, You're not dying. Well, we're all dying. Our bodies are counting down to transformation at some point, right? But it's not, that committed. And you got the sun card. So I like the sun card. Comes right after the death card. It's like, nope, here's this brightness, the sunshine. It's victory, it's positivity. So yeah, you're transforming here. Father of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, abundance, positiveness in the outside world. So all positive cards after this here. And I was going to say, what is this lightning bolt? So you got the 8 of Wands, which is a lot of energy that's going to come here, and a lot of messages from spirit too. This 8 of Wands is about you're going to be getting a lot of confirmation and signs from the outside world. So if you pay attention, then you can see this here, and the more that you transform your energy and depression happens to all of us, and so don't beat yourself up about it. Just don't do anything, don't do any death stuff, please. I know, I know sometimes everyone's like, I'm just ready to go. But, just know that there's so much ahead. It's worth waiting, taking, one step at a time. You have emotional stability that comes here for you. When we're in the past, that's that can bring us down. And then also, there's a lot of other things that impact us chemically in our food and when we jump too far into the future and we fear and we reflect on the past, when we come into this, back to this moment, I have enough energy. Let me just focus on getting through the next moment, the next moment. When you feel like, oh, I got so much to do, it's like, let me just come to here. Let me come to right here, take care of myself, focus on as much joy and gratitude as I can. And there's this transformation that can come here. But they're all around you. You're surrounded. You're never alone. Spirit's always there giving you signs everywhere and trying to encourage, trying to uplift, help you transform things too. So just realize that too. But I feel like you're going to be fine. But it's about you doing that here. I love it. Another 4. So all this stability is coming your way, and you got the 4-leaf clover. So there looks like, look at, and again, the luck, it's realize how blessed you are, because that's lucky. Look how lucky you are, but look how blessed you are. And when we start to focus on gratitude, 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 we're like, wow, I am so lucky. I have so much to be grateful for. And then that helps raise our vibration and our emotional vibration too. So I like that. They definitely are. Right. So thank you for that donation. And then on to number 4, your emoji. And that is, what do you need to know about this month of June? All right. Yeah. And don't forget to check out your June monthly if you haven't. For each individual zodiac sign, I have that playlist. That'll bring even more clarity too, because those are like 25 minutes or so. It'll talk about the energy of the month, but then we dive into our energy, our physical world, our emotional world, our mental world too with each of those. So be sure to check that out. So we'll take a look there and let's take a look here. So, what do you need to know about the month of June? All right. So, three cards. And here's your fourth card because there's fours. Gotta have the fours. Yeah. And you've got the daughter of swords, the page of swords. So new communication coming in, um, new new clarity, and like upgraded clarity too. There's like this you know, I'm saying upgrade, but it's like uh a new way of looking at things. Just like it feels like this month as a whole, it's like because it's like a number 11, right? You go from the ace all the way up to the 10, and then boom, it's 11. So it's like there's this expansion of communication, this expansion of how you are communicating and how you're being communicated to. So I like this, and this is really standing out to me, all these orbs that are bouncing around here. So I feel like this communication is a lot about spirit and how it's communicating with you and how you're communicating with them. So I feel like there's just a lot of clear messages coming in from spirit for you this month. That's what else we got here. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. I like it. This is all about being true to your authentic self. So, not being drawn off in directions because you're afraid people are going to be upset or that you're going to lose support, but it's about this is what I need to do for me, and really embracing that authentic you in this, and communicating, being true to you, not trying to fit into whatever it may be. If it's communicating with spirit, going, well, when you communicate with spirit, you're supposed to do this and whatever. But it's like, no, be you. Like, hey, hey, dogs, what's up? They know you and they love your personality and they communicate with you that way. In fact, all of your guides chose you for you, not because of who they want you to be. They choose you for who you are. So I like that. Yeah, and then you have the 6 of Wands. Look, here's a beautiful transformation coming in here. And they've got this um victory, this movement, this butterfly that's, arising out of this craggliness. It kind of reminds me of when I talk about the eagle's nest, how it's so craggly and they usually make it comfortable. And then, in order to get the eaglets to fly, like those butterflies flying, they make the current situation uncomfortable so that the ugliness of not being true to our authentic selves, that it's outweighs the fears that we're like, I gotta be me. I just can't take it anymore, instead of like suppressing ourselves. So I like that. Yeah, and here's Leo energy again, connecting to your higher self, the courage, the strength, the moving forward. So I love this, that's coming in here for you. This is a huge month for you. I like this energy. And normally the strength card is the number 8. And this one it's the 11, but they're really pointing out because isn't it June 8th? Isn't that when you're performing? And I feel like this is you, you know, coming forward here. Oh wow, and here's the rose. So I'm hearing the song The Rose in my brain, you know, the that song about um, you know, and in the winter, after the winter comes the rose and the birthing of that. Yeah, you're like a lion. Yeah, your Leo energy coming forward here too. Um, so there's this beautiful, energy that's coming with that. So I like that. Shining bright, and here's the rose that's being, presented. And it's a song, of course, it has to be a song. And you got the 7 of Wands. So yeah, here's shining bright on a stage, the candle. Now they're just doing a playlist in my head, you know, the candle, the candle that burnt out long before, it's all songs, it's all like sharing this ballads, this emotion. So it is life being expressed through music. It just feels like, wow, I really like that. And it's about shining bright. It's like the sun card, the number 7, which is like, being on the on a hill, and they don't ask permission to shine. They don't dim their light for anyone. They're unapologetically themselves. They're not a douchebag going, take me or screw yourself or whatever. It's like, this is who I am. So, I'm sorry if that upsets you, but I got to be me. And I like this authenticity of this and being true to you, as well. Let me see what else we have in here. Yeah, the rose. Some say love. It is a river. Is it a river? All right. Yeah. Of course. Your star. It's a star. So here's your dream come true. This is the month of reflecting and having that star come in. I like that. Screw being a douchebag. You're funny. So I love that. All right. So that's what they have for that one. I love these readings for you. And I love these charms. All right. So just an update here. Jasmine, good question. So it's a good time to give an update. So I just finished those 4. So I'm going to have infinity. Let me see here. So I'm looking at the timestamp. So I got infinity, and then Nova Nova, and then infinity, and then HTTPS, and then Jasmine, and then I got Jeep Jeep and Infinity, and then Nova and Infinity and Moonlight. So thank you guys. Oh my gosh, so much for the donations. And for all the free readings, do not fret. I will get to you guys eventually. If I don't finish in the next hour, and get into the free readings, I will definitely come back and finish all free readings. Since I'm not back till Friday of next week, I will definitely do that. All right. So we'll continue down as the list here. And we've got Infinity. We got, how's it going? Hi, good to see you. Hello. Thank you for the first donation here. And so we got current energy between you and Mink. Is now a good time to reach out. All right, let's take a look here. You'd be Patrick Star. You're so funny. Yeah, star is the star card. It's dreams come true, right? This, like, you got the star card earlier. So it's wishing upon a star. It's just, you're going to feel like, I can see my dream coming true, and you're living your dream. So I like that. All right, so let's take a look here. Infinity, you got these here. And what do we got here? Okay. Let me just make sure I got the question up here. So the current energy between you and me, is it a good time to reach out? You've got the hanged man here, which the hanged man is usually about transformation, and it's kind of one of those, you hang out for a while and wait on there. And let's see what comes out here in the cards. That was on the bottom of the deck here. Yeah. And we got the 2 of Wands. So when we ask how things are going, it's like it changes from moment to moment. The Daughter of Cups is Page of Cups, which is a new emotion and things flowing. But the 2 of Wands is like every moment is a choice. Am I focusing on lower vibrational energy or higher? And I feel like it kind of is like they're showing me in my head those things that they use for music, back and forth, and so they're like, it's kind of feels like it needs some time to work some stuff out here. I feel. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah. So they still have, the Three of Swords. They've got some of these butt hurt feelings and, disappointments, and this Five of Wands is transformation of energy. So I kind of feel like there's still just some and when we look at like how's their energy toward me, well, it varies moment to moment, like we were just saying, but it also is, because they've got other stuff going on in here. If I'm upset and in fear, my the lens through which I see the world is very fearful and very attacking or running. And so if even if it's like I'm afraid of nuclear war, let's say, and I'm like, what's going to happen? And then it paints the picture of everything. And then if I'm at peace inside, then it paints the world completely different for me. So I just feel like they got a lot going on and they're yoo-hoo in there. And I would wait. Yeah. Because Ten of Swords is about, not worrying about pleasing people and not worrying about, all these fears, right? And so I feel like they're working through a lot of fears and they need, in order to have a good communication, those fearful walls need to be down. Otherwise, it's like, is it okay for me to swim out to this person that's drowning? Are we going to have a good communication? No. They are freaking out, and they'll probably look at you and go, "You're my life preserver," and they'll latch onto you and like, "Oh my god," or their arms are flying around, they're gonna smack you upside your head, and you're like, "Why are you doing this to me?" They're just panicking, and I feel like they're in that kind of stage of panic in their world, and so I don't feel like this has like hardly anything to do with you at all, and it just has to do with their state of being right now. And I feel like that's why they're saying just hang out for a while, and I wouldn't reach out right now. Just send them a lot of love because I feel like they're having their little experience going on. Let's see what ooh, what's this? Oh wow. We've got the Eiffel Tower. Oops, sorry. Let's see if I can get it to focus here a little bit. Maybe we'll have to work on getting these to be able to focus here, but we definitely have this Eiffel Tower. It's like, um um, it's reminding me of, Rapunzel in the tower or like a princess that's up in a tower. So it's someone that's up in a tower, and it's like, "You know what? Um, you got your story going on, your little, whatever, and so I don't need to be the hero, I don't have to go save them from the tower, I'm gonna just let them wait until they let down their hair. I'm not gonna try to scale the tower, they gotta let down their hair, and once they let down their hair, then that's the invitation for me to climb up and see how they are," right? So that's funny, but that's what's coming in there for that one, Infinity. Your spirit guides are always so funny. All right. So that was that one. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for that donation. And then Supernova, boom, boom. So we've got the called the Hershey kiss emoji. No, it's the poop emoji. So number 5, and then we'll do number 6 here in a moment too. So you want to know, what do you need to know from your spirit guides about you performing and going about it? Damn, I'm excited. Yeah, I can imagine you're just like, here it comes. It's like excited and maybe a little anxious, but a lot of excitement. And I like that. So let's take a look here. What do you need to know from your spirit guides about your performance and 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 going about it, like the approach to it, right? All right. You know what that one? All right. So you get 5 for this one. All right. So, I feel like we got this if we asked about the performance before, the 8 of Swords, which is here's the butterfly getting ready to come out of its cocoon, And the Eight of Swords is about becoming, just realizing and working through any fears that arise, any anxiety that arises is like, you know what? What am I fearing? And the Eight of Swords is a great card for that because it's a flowing energy that comes in, and it's letting go of those thoughts and beliefs that used to blind us and bind us and make us feel trapped. So I like that energy coming in. Um, so I like that. I know it's in 6 days. Eee! And we got a Gemini new moon coming up on June 6th, a couple of days before. We have a pick a card coming out on Wednesday for that. So it's a great time for new birth, and definitely do your new moon wishes for the new moon on the 6th too around it. So I like that. um, well, the new moon I think is in Gemini, and that makes sense because it's yeah, because it's Aries, because we're in the Aries moon now, and then we're going to be in Taurus moon for a few days, and then Gemini for a few days, and then Cancer moon on the 8th, right? But definitely use the new moon energy with that coming in. All right, so let's see what else we have here. Yep, Ten of Pentacles. It's going to feel like your life is going to feel full as you're doing that here. Here's the Emperor, Aries energy, new birthing, choosing. Like again, it's you're taking control and you're letting all of this, everyone else is supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's, and the emperor hears a lot of advice, and they make everything like, all right, everyone clear the throne room, I'm making the decision, this is my life, my kingdom, I'm deciding, I'm going. So getting out of our head around that kind of energy. So we got that. And here's this, you got the Mother of Pentacles, again, nurturing your inner child and yourself. And in the end, here's the being an adult, again, as we're saying that. And the Son of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Don't rush. Don't rush to get to the end of it. Don't rush to get to it. Enjoy the moments leading up to it. Enjoy it as it's happening. Enjoy the moments after it. And, it's all about just step by step with this Knight of Pentacles. It's not about, jumping ahead into the future. It's about, being there in the moment. Yeah. And here's the Nine of Wands too. So here's that new moon energy. So definitely grasp your energy and own your energy. And I feel like this with this new moon, own the energy of the new moon, like I was saying. So they're confirming that, I talk about in the pick a card that comes out on Wednesday, how to make the most of the new moon energy, how you can use the new moon wishes. So definitely, um, you know, yeah, by owning it is um embrace it, use those new moon wishes, understand the energy, apply the energy, do a little new moon ritual, not, just go, oh yeah, it's a new moon. It's like use that energy for this birthing that's coming up. I like it. All right. Oh, gotta get let's see here what charm is coming up here. I like it. You got a camel. Whoa. Hello. You're in the spotlight. Oh my god, how great is that? Look at the camel. Da, 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 da. One hump or two. You have a one humped camel. I like this because the camel, they work their way through, the desert. They preserve their water. They don't, and camels generally don't like run and gallop. You've seen them, but they usually are just kind of like preserving. I'm going through a desert, so I'm taking my time going through here. I like that the camel and that preservation that comes with that. I got a like a because there's a really I looked right into the spotlight. Now I got the spotlight right here for a moment before it goes out. So I'm like, All right. So I love that one for you. And then the sunglasses, that's what I needed for that here. So thank you for your additional donation. So many today. Thank you. And let's see. So that was number 5. So number 6, let's find it here. Whoops. All right. I think it's further down here. Yep, there it is, number 6. What magical insight does Kurt want to share to enlighten? All right, let's take a look here and see here. Are they going to? No, they are. They do want me to jump here to the spirit messages oracle. You know how they love the story and the oracle. So they got to be unique and different as they were in life. All right, there we go. So what enlightenment do they have here? So we've got here, let's see. It's in the spotlight. He wants to be in the spotlight, but it's soul solitude coming in here. Might have to go change, cover my shades. Actually, it'll only be there for a moment as the sun comes in here. But you got soul solitude. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. There we go. And it says, your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet, a place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, a time for you. So again, focusing in on yourself, your soul, and making sure you're taking care of yourself. Solitude. There you go, Yana. So the spirit world sees and hears that you're seeking answers from the outside world, and this is the time when you're likely to receive some answers. It's vital that you try to step back from your everyday life and devote some time to your soul. Allow yourself to pause, still your mind, meditate, reflect, and evaluate. By giving yourself this much needed soul solitude, you'll be able to view your life from the outside instead of being in it. This will help you gain perspective and have a more peaceful life in the future. Soul solitude and vacations are different things. Vacations are for touring, shopping, eating, and drinking, and so forth. When we talk about soul solitude, we mean it to be a period when you commune with your soul. Devoting time to your soul will help you connect with your inner wisdom and your spirit guides. And it will also reinvigorate you with precious energy and vitality that you so desperately need right now. Right? Yeah. Oh, doing the you know, going on vacation and doing all that stuff. Yeah. So solitude. Yeah. You don't have to convince me on solitude. That's my life here. Let's see what is coming in here. What is this here? Don't know what that is. What is that? Oh, it's a kitty. I was like, what is this? And you got a leaf too. They did want that one. Where did it go? There it is. You got the leaf and the kitty here. So you got the little Hello Kitty. I think it's like the Hello Kitty and the leaf here. See if I can get it to focus. There it goes a little bit. See the kitty? So here is this, getting out into nature. If you can get outside and walk in nature, yeah, lay in the sun and water, way in the sun. And then it's like the cat naps, caring for yourself, and that energy coming in again, all that cat energy. I love them. There's like, it was cheap to get like this whole, I mean, it's 300 or something, so I love it. All So that's what they have for those. So thank you again for those multiple donations. And all right. So that was those two. And then Infinity, you are up, and we got the Hiya one coming in next. So, anyone to know, did your chaotic and anxious emotional energy throw off L when he was doing his presentation or when he visited group? All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what we have here. All right. All right. So, bottom of the deck, we got the Ten of Pentacles, and this is about abundance, fullness, overflowing. So, I feel like they didn't feel off put or anything. I feel like they did very well, at least from their standpoint. They were like, "I nailed it," their presentation. So, I'm liking that. Let's see what else they have here. Yeah, Ten of Cups. So they were feeling full of overjoy. So I feel like they were flooding and they were enjoying it that anyone else's energy, I feel like they were oblivious to with all of this. Yeah, Mother of Wands, Queen of Wands, they were really in tune with their own energy and um, focused. And when someone, it's like if you have a fire hose on full of energy going out, nothing can come in, right? Because there's so much uh, pressure of energy going out that nothing can get into there here. And yeah, and so they have the Nine of Swords, which was their fears and all that. They had peace of mind here with the Four of Swords. So any kind of fearful energy, any kind of thing going, didn't feel like it was present there. They feel like they really knew the presentation. They really felt comfortable. They had already kind of just like talked through their fears with themselves, and I just feel like they were like, enjoying the process, enjoying the energy that was coming in. But this Four of Swords does talk about peace of mind and yeah, and their energy, the Two of Wands here. And the Two of Wands is the power of energetic choice coming in. And so the big thing about life, and I like that they're bringing this in here, is that every moment we're making a choice of our, we talk about all the time, right? Our thoughts, our energy, our emotions, our energy, our physical actions. And I can't choose for someone else. Now I can make it easier or harder for people to choose unconditional love or fear. But ultimately, everybody makes their own decision. And I feel like they were doing that. And yeah, even on the bottom of the deck, we got the Two of Pentacles, which is balanced external energy. So I felt like they were in a really good place of focus and owning their energy, that I don't feel like that your energy impacted them if you felt like you were having lower vibrational energy in the moment. I feel like they were on cloud nine, they were just really enjoying what they were doing, and they felt prepared and they were upbeat and positive. And I feel like, again, I feel like they nailed it, which is funny. They're just like, yeah, did it. Yeah. Let's see what this is here. Yeah. And so the charm for it, just to confirm, is the peace symbol. So they were at peace, regardless of what was going on there. So look at that. Confirmation, confirmation. Boom, boom. All right. So that's easy breezy for that one. So you know, um they were good. You did not impact them. I know it's like, oh good. But realizing that no one people can make it easier or harder for us to choose our energy too, but ultimately I decide. And I like the empowerment that's coming in there with that. Right. So thank you again for that donation, Infinity. And we'll continue. I know you have another one down there somewhere, so we'll get to that here momentarily. And then HTTPS, thank you for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like here for your additional donation. And you want to have another look for June. Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look here. Let's take another sip here. All right. So what else for June? Those. That one. Not those. All right. So you got 3, 2, 1. Countdown to something. That's happened a couple times today. So you got the Hermit card on the bottom of the deck. So there is this, energy, and you got the Death card underneath that too, which they want me to point out, um, and the Eight of Cups too. And so there's this significant endings and beginnings coming in. You got the Eight of Cups, which is, there's this realizing on one piece of it is like realizing when it's okay to be away from everyone else and step away from individuals, and the other thing is about endings of ending relationships, ending where you're investing your emotional energy coming in here too. So it's like, evaluating what is it that, what relationships no longer are balanced, and consistently out of balance where you're giving so much and they're only investing 10-20%, right? So they've got this energy that's coming in here. That's my host coming home in their car right there. All this lights, right? And so yeah, there is this, knowing what to leave behind, what to continue to invest in, and but others just like total end. So I feel like you're really evaluating that during this month here too. Yeah. And we do have here, you got the three cards are the Lovers card. So again, relationships are very key this month. The Hanged Man, here's that hermit energy, that transformative energy, and you have the Seven of Swords too. So, what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and those that have betrayed, any betrayals of stuff that has happened, because the Seven of Swords is the thief card, the betrayal card, and so we are determining what of our own thoughts are betraying us, but also, what relationships have we, um, I don't feel like it's like what you've betrayed. I feel like it's what's been betrayed to you. And it's like, you know what? The huge heart that you have, it's like, well, I'm going to forgive. I'm going to let people still be around, blah, 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 blah. This is like, do you though? Do you need to? Maybe this is part of the clearinghouse of emotion, that it's like, it's okay to let some of that go, and not out of, bitterness, "Rah," but like, this is the better thing for me, and it's okay. I can let that go. I have forgiven, I've released, but it's okay for me not to invest energy in it anymore. And then the two cards that came out here, yeah, you got the Six of Cups and the Mother of Swords. So there is some transformation of some emotions from childhood with the Six of Cups and the Mother of Swords, seeing things from a different perspective, throughout this too. Because, the Mother of Swords, the Queen of Swords balances the head and the heart. The Six of Cups is balancing of emotion. And that kind of transforms in when we realize every moment is either of unconditional love or fear. And we go back and look at a painful emotional memory that we have, when we realize, okay, that wasn't of unconditional love what I felt. So they must have been in fear. And so this individual, their little inner child, was feeling unsafe and out of control. And what happens when that happens, right? We talk about that. It bumps out our intelligent, compassion, and loving self, and a little 2-year-old and its pet hissing cat are left in charge, which do stupid, unloving, uncaring things. And then we witness them doing these things. We happen to be there. We get hit by it's like a monkey going crazy throwing poo, and we get hit by the poo, right? We're like, oh no, they threw it at me. No, they were just going crazy and threw it everywhere. We just happen to get hit, and then we take it personally. our little inner child freaks out, and then we have this painful memory. But when we realize, oh, they were in fear, they didn't mean to do that, we start looking at the situation differently, we start looking at them differently, and we start looking at ourselves differently too. I feel like this is a big piece of this transformation. Yeah. And it opens up new opportunities in your life because of this altering of energy. This is about transforming emotions that are below the surface, and then also who you're investing energy in and what relationships that you're investing energy in as well. So it feels very freeing, very reflective, but very transformational too, and getting a lot of emotional energy back that comes back to you too. Right? Let's see what charm you get. What is this? What is this? All right. So you have a wreath, and the wreaths in tarot are about victory. So it's like a victory celebration. It also, reminds me of a wreath that you put on doors for holidays and different things. And what's interesting, especially with that mother card coming in, um, you got the no wire hangers from that movie. Mother. My mom, she has a wreath on her door all year long, and she'll change it for, holidays and seasons, and it'll be, and she just decorates it differently or has different ones. And I feel like mother has a big presence here for you this month too. So that's what's coming in there. All right. So many blessings. Yep, and we'll hit that your free one when we come back, because I'm sure I'm going to not get to any free ones during this session. Thanks to all of your wonderful donations, everybody. I'm so blown away. Thank you. All right. So thank you again for your donation, HTTPS. And then we got Jasmine. You're like, Jasmine, we are to you. Finally, I know. So, Jasmine, thank you so much for your donation via the CashApp. And let's see here. If you haven't popped your question, you're probably popping it down below. All right. So, Jasmine, if you're here, I'm just scrolling up just to make sure here if I can see the question. And if you didn't pop, you didn't pop the question. Yes, I'll marry you. No. Pop it down below. I get giddy on Sundays, I tell you guys, especially second day of the Aries moon energy. So just know that's there. All right. I don't think I saw it. I don't think there was anything on the request here. No. All right, HTTPS. We'll catch you on the flip side, on the other side of the world. All right. So, Jasmine, I'm just going to do one more slow scroll here just to make sure I'm not missing it. But oh, there it is. I did miss it. Who? Oh no, that was who you're after again. Sorry. Let me look up past that. Okay. I'm not seeing a question. So unless I'm totally missing it, which is always a possibility, I will come back to you, Jasmine. As soon as I'll keep checking, and as soon as I see your question, we will jump down to it. But I don't see a question there yet. All right. And if you did post it, if you could repost it, then there we go. So where are we at? So Jasmine was in between here. So we got two for Jeep, and then Infinity, and then Nova, and then Infinity, and then Moonlight, 5, and then Brenda, and then Infinity, and then Johanna, and then Infinity, and then Patty. So uh I may not get to all the donations during this period either. I'm just blown away, guys. Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative. You have no idea. All right, so let's jump to Jeep. For the sake of time here, we'll give you your first one a love and a like here. So thank you for your first donation. You want a general for tomorrow. Take another quick sip here. All right. So what does Spirit want you to know about tomorrow for Jeep? All right. So you got 3 and 3. 3 cards and 3 cards. Bottom of the deck, we got the star card, which is a positive card. It's a hope card. It's a balancing card. It's a dream come true card, but I'm not necessarily if the dream come true is appropriate for tomorrow, but I'm feeling definitely balance and hope. And underneath that, the Father of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. So it does feel abundant and balanced and full there. So I like that. And maybe this is the balance. There's 3 on each side, so we'll see what this one is here. That's coming up first. All right. And what's these other ones? Let me just get a little bit of a understanding of the balancing that's happening here. But we've got so we got the High Priestess here, which is about kind of this trust your gut, trust your instincts, step back and look at things from a different perspective, right? Allow your mind to be open with spirit, kind of try to see beyond what's happening behind the scenes and beneath the surface. Kind of just don't take things for at face value. Just realize there's more going on here than what's happening. There's something deeper, because the high priestess reveals the hidden and the unknown. But you also have the 7 of swords and the 4 of wands. So the 4 of wands is like a joy and a celebration and an energetic stability, and the 7 of swords can be, a deception card. And deception doesn't have to be like an ugly lower vibration. It can just be that some people may not have the full picture, and so they're not trying to deceive, they just don't have this, you know, um, clear understanding of what's happening, and their own thoughts are deceiving them and seeing them. And my right ear just plugged up and went, "Weed." So it's like they're not hearing correctly, they're not getting things clearly, if that makes sense. So I feel like there's the stability, that can come in here if you take a step back, take a deep breath, and go, okay, there's um kind of like not everyone knows what's going on in this situation. Everyone has these perceptions that are not correct. And it's like, okay, well, I can't solve that. But for me, it's like for you, this is them saying for you, you can kind of step back and kind of get the big picture and see what's really going on. Don't get caught up in everyone's opinions, everyone's thoughts, because they're not everyone's seeing a different perception and from their point of view. And it's because they've all got these different fears that are going on, if that makes sense. So whatever situation's coming in here, again, you know, it's kind of the other side there, showing here the 3 of swords is showing people's disappointments, people's fears, and that you get to choose. And we go an overall good day. Well, that's up to you, which is great because you have the Lovers card, which is your choice, your emotional choice, and the Emperor card, which is all about you um, stepping into power over your life, right? It's like it's kinda like everyone else, whatever everyone else is doing there, it's like, that's up to them. That's their choice, but I get to choose, and I feel like it's a big day of realizing I can get caught up in all the drama and everyone's, you know, defending their point of view and blah, 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 and whatever, but I feel like you can just kinda be like, "You know what? I'm just gonna kind of have this balanced, even-keeled day where you know what? I'm choosing joy. I'm choosing looking at my future going, this moment is temporary and I have such a future coming here. I mean, when looking at your June, July, and August, it's like, whoa, all this that's coming. And I love the emperor that I get to choose my path, my next steps, where I'm investing my energy. And I feel like it can be a very happy, well, I mean, you have the ability to have this, you know, feeling like your life is full and feeling, like this is a bright light, and connecting with spirit in this, darkness, this drama. I feel like there's gonna be drama in the outside world and that you don't have to accept the invitation to it. And I feel like it's a change. I feel like it's a good like, you know what? This feels great that I don't have to defend anything. You're seeing that everyone has all these different opinions and they're all, blah 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 or whatever. And you're like, okay, I see where you're coming from. And they're like, oh, okay. And then other people are like totally opposite of what that person said. And you're like, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. And like, and they're like, "Well, what side are you taking?" And you're like, "I don't know, because they have a different opinion, they have a different opinion." I mean, there's like 5 different opinions, and you all have a good point. So, what are we gonna do? And you're not, like, taking this invitation to go in. I like this. But it feels good, like, it can be a very good day for you. I feel like it's transformative. Let's see what this is here. Yeah. Look at that, you can't make it up. You got a star card again, so it's like, it can feel like a very bright light in a dark time, and there's this hope, and you're just like, "I like this feeling," So, hopefully that makes sense, but it does feel like it's within your even on the bottom of the deck, you got, like, the 3 of Wands where you take a different route than you normally would, and it feels empowering, and it feels good, and it feels like yeah, I don't have to get defensive. I don't have to attack or run away or anything. I'm just gonna choose just to sit in the middle of the eye of the storm while the storm is raging. You're just looking up and you can, if you ever like a hurricane, you can see like the eye. There's all this storm going on, but the people in the middle actually have sunlight. They can see blue skies. And they're like, yeah, and that's kind of like what I feel for you for tomorrow. So I like that. All right, so that's what they have for you for that Jeep. Hopefully that makes sense. And for your second one, let's give that a love and a like here. Thank you so much for that. And for that, you wanted a general for July. All right, let's take a look here. Let's do a shuffle. Let's see what July is coming in here for you. What would they like you to know about July right now? Yeah, I like this hope and this feeling of that your future's so bright, you gotta wear shades, right? All right, in the bottom of the deck for July, you got the Chariot card, this movement, this power of choice coming in. So I really feel like here's this message, coming in kind of being reinforced about that. You get to choose so much during July, and that there's this empowerment, and you keep coming back to this over and over again, right? It's like, wait, before I make a decision, let me make sure that I'm choosing because it's what I want. I'm putting the story, I'm choosing the emotion, I'm choosing the energy, I'm choosing my physical action. And kind of like with that emperor is like, okay, thank you everyone for all your opinions and advice. But what do I want? This is my life to live. Am I going to continue to be a slave to other people's perceptions and desires and opinions and blah blah blah, or am I going to live my life and go my path? I feel like the Chariot's very much movement and empowerment and power, but it's coming back to you choosing. Yeah, and you got, I love the 4 of Swords. You got mental stability in July, peace of mind too, where you're like, all right, I am choosing, about what I want to do and where I want to go. And, this is the story that you feel balanced and you feel like, yeah, I'm choosing what I want. I feel comfortable knowing I'm choosing what I want, that I'm not allowing these fears of what people will think or going against, all of this opinion I grew up with. I'm choosing because it's what I want, and I like that. Hey, Jasmine, welcome back. Um, I didn't see a question, so I skipped you until you came back. So pop your question down there, and you'll be next. Yeah, and so you have the 3 of swords too. Here's usually the 3 swords are on the wall and someone's asleep on the ace of swords. And so here is this facing these fears of disappointment, these fears of failure, and you're just like, I don't care anymore. I want to go live my life, not exist. Like you said, you are a slave now. I don't want to, be this, you know, this a slave to my fears anymore. I am going to live. I'm not going to exist. And I like this kind of energy that comes in here. Yeah, and the 5 of cups, transformation of emotion. So we had the transformation of the mind, and here's the transformation of emotion. The 5 of cups usually has 3 spilt cups whereas we might be focusing on lower vibrational emotions in the past. The 2 cups that are behind you normally in the 5 of cups is you choosing your emotions. So here is you, I'm choosing my mindsets, I'm choosing the emotions I'm feeling, and yeah, I'm supposed to feel that way. That's what everyone says, but you know what? No. Like, "Oh, aren't you scared about blah, blah, blah?" No, I'm excited, and I'm choosing excitement, not fear. I feel like it's a very empowering month, for you here, um, with that, and that's funny. I totally missed that. The Chariot is card number 7 for July. Oh, and then the 7 of Pentacles. So, here's the 2 sevens coming in. Oh my gosh, and then underneath that, you also have the 7 of Wands. So you've got 3 sevens coming in. It's a time of shining bright and choosing for you, not dimming your light, not asking permission of anyone. You've been waiting. The 7 of Pentacles has been waiting for fruit to come. But the fruit that you've been getting, you're like, what? Wait a minute. This isn't what I want, right? It's like the 7 of Pentacles is a change of direction, a change of what you've been wanting all of your life, which, one of the stories like that spirit gives me with the 7 of Pentacles is like, you plant all of these apple trees and then they grow and then you have this orchard of apple trees and then you harvest all the apples and you're like, I'm not really a big fan of apples. Why did I do all this? And then you remember, well, everyone was telling me they wanted apple pie and apple cider and apple juice and apple fritters and apple sauce and just apples because they love it. And you're like, I was doing all this for everyone else, but I want guacamole. So I'm going to sell this apple orchard and I'm buying, an avocado orchard, and because I want guacamole instead. And so there's this change. I love all the sevens of all this change of where you're investing things. I'm shining bright. I'm moving forward. I'm making choices. And I feel like July is a big month of like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. There's no wrong choice, and I'm going to head on to this. So, very empowering month. That's why I feel like August for you is a movement month because I feel like the month of July is a big choice month for you. June, I feel, is a reflective month. So I feel like you're kind of gathering information, looking into things. And then July, I feel like you're making decisions based on the information. And then August is you're making movement on those decisions. So I like it. Ooh, let's see what charm you have. I'm loving these charms. What is this? All right. So I love this is all about choice and that you're being watched over and protected. So just know that this is that hand. Forget what they call it, but it's the hand with the thing in the middle in it. And I feel like it is this you're being guided, you're being protected as you go through all this. So I like that. All right. So that's what they have for you, Jeep Jeep. All right. And then Jasmine, welcome back and thank you for your patience in getting to your reading here. And thank you for that donation. So you want to know what will happen between your neighbor Nick and you? Will we remain friends or will we pursue? Will he pursue you romantically? All right, let's take a look. What's going to happen here? What does spirit, based on current energies, what does this outcome look like here? All right. And what do we got going on here? All right. So you do have on the bottom the Ace of Swords. So there is new communication, new clarity that comes in here. So positive card here. So we'll see what this communication is about here. You do have the Five of Wands, which is a change of energy from something that feels conflicting to something more passionate, more loving. So there is this change from whatever this, you know, like it's a conflicting, not really fearful energy, but it feels like there's conflicting energy that transforms. So I don't know if you guys had some hot, passionate something or other, but it's turning into something more. So I like that. Got the Father of Swords. So that's the King of Swords. A lot of looking at things differently. Here's that Ace of Swords that you got on the bottom of the deck. So there is this a clarity that comes in. I feel like there's going to be some mental stimulation by this. I feel like you guys talk, and I feel like you guys really hit it off as far as, wow, you're not just hot, you actually have a mind. It's that's like that's hey, it's your spirit guides. But it's like, wow, you actually have depth to you. And I feel like this is for you both. So I like it, I like being, yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. And so I feel like there's, some great conversations that you guys have, and that, this does transform, coming here. Let's see what else we have here, too. Yeah. So you got the 10 of Cups. So there's a lot of joy, a lot of emotion, full overflowing here. And the 3 of Pentacles is about being true to your authentic selves coming into, which I like that. I feel like it's important that you don't try to be who you think they think you should be, and I feel like they are that way too, and I feel like when you guys are just being yourselves, that you're like, "Wow, I really like who you are." But you know how we can start to go like, "Well, I wanna be try to transform to be someone they like." Nah, just be yourself, and that results in this great joy and celebration. They like who you are. Well, there's a lot of emotion that's, connected to that. But I feel like it evolves, it changes over time here. Let's see what this is here too. Yeah, you got the Father of Cups. I like it. Father of Cups, King of Cups, balancing of the head and the heart. This is one of my cards about great compatibility. It's someone who can communicate their emotions, that's intelligent, can emotionally intelligent, can communicate their emotions. They're not like super brainy, where they're so much in their head they can't share their heart. They're not overly emotional where they're unstable. It's a great balance, and it's like, yeah. And so I like this. It feels like that, as you communicate and hang out, that things do transform. I do feel like it takes a little bit of time of hanging out together here and there, for it to grow. But I definitely feel like there's great possibilities to stay true to your authentic self. Don't, um, you know, change to try to be someone that you're not, which is good, because that's what they like about you. And if you try to be someone else, then it's like, oh, you're like everyone else, kind of energy. Yeah. Let's see what else here. Let's grab a charm here for you too. What's this? Yeah, it takes time. You got the tree of life, which this is like it takes time. This reminds me of like, Seven of Pentacles energy, that it takes time for a tree to grow and for the fruit to come. But enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. Don't rush, just be yourself. Things happen, slowly, on purpose, for a purpose, as we go through things. So you know, um, just take the time to get to know you, raise your love vibration, release thoughts and beliefs that don't serve you, emotions that don't serve you, friendships, relationships that don't serve you. Just declutter a lot of your life and prepare. And that's kind of what we do. We keep busy with that, and then time flies. And also, as you raise your love vibration, it does speed things up too. It's like one of those, you know, videos you see where they show a plant grow over time, the time lapsing. It speeds up the time lapsing when we raise our love vibration for our self love and our self worth too. So I like that. That's what's coming in, Jasmine. I like it. I like it. I like their energy. Like I said, they feel like they're a great, just this great balanced individual between head and heart. It's a good match for you, you know. So I like that. All right, so that's what they have for you, Jasmine. Thank you again for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, and I'm gonna be on for about 10 more minutes. So I'm gonna try to get through as many donations as I can, but I am gonna have to come back for to complete all the donations and then also of course to complete all the free readings. So thank you guys for all of them and for your patience in getting through all of those as well. All right. So it said we did that. We're here. And then so infinity. So where we're at, we got infinity, Nova, infinity, Moonlight 5, Brenda, infinity, Johanna, infinity, infinity, Patty, and then Maria. So we'll catch you when we return, Maria. I did get your PayPal. So that's the order for the donations. And again, so blown away. Wow. I'm just wow, thank you. All right, Infinity. So the I'll be back sticker. I'll be back. And so thank you for that donation. Anyone to know here, is RM still going to visit in June? Will you ever see him again after that? All right. Let's take a look here and see. Is he still visiting in June? Okay. And will you ever see him again after that? Anything else? All right. So is he visiting in June? All right. I feel like he's going to be delayed because we've got the Hanged Man, which is about delays and things taking a little longer. And I do feel here he's got the 9 of Wands, which is like a block and a barrier, and the 8 of Cups, which is walking away from things that don't serve them. So I feel like there's this um they're in transformation and transition, which keeps them from, going forward and, um on their plans to come back in June. I feel like there's a delay that happens with this based on current energy. Will you see them again? Let's see here. What do we have here? Yeah, I do feel here you've got the strength card, Leo energy, courage, strength. But what's really telling me here is with the Ace of Pentacles is new opportunity in the outside world, the Six of Wands. I think it's the Six of Wands. Yeah, that's not swords. Six of Wands, which is victory and movement. So I do feel like that you'll see them again in the future, but I don't feel like June that they're going to be making their trip back after all, at least based on current energies. Bottom of the deck, you have the Father of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. So I feel like it's okay with everything that's unfolding here. I feel like that at the end of it all, it almost reminds me of like the Wheel of Fortune energy, where it's like you still feel fine about it all. Your life still feels full. So I do feel like did we talk about like I feel like there's something else or someone else that comes in and kind of takes your mind off of everything. So someone or something that comes in that just and it's a positive thing that takes your mind off of them and has you okay with it all. So I like that. All right. So that's what they have for that one, Infinity. So thank you again so much for your donation. And then supernova, I think this is number 7, the whoops, the banana peel. I think it's number 7. Let me see. I think it's down here. Yep, here's number 7. Because oh, there's 2 number 7s. So what else do you need to know? Let me see here. I think that was it. Let me just find number 6 to make sure. Yeah, it was a magical insight from Kurt. So number 7, the first number 7, which is what else do you need to know? And then your second 7 is how do you communicate with your spiritual guides? Um, I think. Let me see here. Or was that? I think that's your last one. Sorry, let me just make sure real quick here. Zoom, 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 zoom. All right, yeah. So number 7. So your banana peel. Um, you have what else you need to know, and how do you communicate with your spirit guides, and how are you receiving the messages? So we'll just grab all that together here. So thank you for your banana peel sticker. So, how do you communicate with your spiritual guides? All right. And how are you receiving their messages? And just what else you need to know, too. Okay. All right. So, how you communicate, an important thing, like, you close your eyes and open your heart with the 2 of swords. It's like, I close my eyes and get out of my head and I get into my heart. That's how we communicate. That's how we can hear clearly. They're always listening to us. They're always, the microphone's always on. They're always like listening, but we're not always listening. And they're just like, okay, they're busy. They look at us and go, okay, they don't take it personally. They're just like, we continue to give them messages and answers. Since they asked us, we'll just get louder and louder and show more things when we ask of our own free will. Of course, they don't meddle in our lives unless we ask them to, right? You got the 7 of Cups. So the really you communicate so much through emotion. So emotion is where we pick up a lot of their messages, and they send you a lot of emotional messages. Let me see what else they want you to know here. Yeah, Son of Cups. So Knight of Cups, emotion, movement of emotion is what is how they communicate. And I feel like a big piece of when you really know, like they're there, is when your emotions suddenly you just have this calmness come about you. And it's the emotional calmness that you're like, okay, they're here. Because they kind of just were like, come here, come here, woo, 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 woo. Bring it down, take a deep breath, and I feel like they're doing that with your heart, and you just kind of like feel this peace come. And I like that. You also have the Mother of Pentacles. Here you go again. You're this feeling of self-nurturing, and that makes sense with all of this, like, um when you take the time for you, when you step back and you're in this, you know, empowerment phase where you feel like you are, you have your inner child, you're holding your inner child, they're holding you, holding your inner child, is when you feel like they're just this warmth and this communication, and then this calmness and then this peace is when you hear very clearly from them here. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah. Yeah, you have the 5 of Wands, which is the change of energy. And it's hard for you to hear from them when you're in lower vibration because it's so noisy, right? We raise our vibration to that of unconditional love and joy, laughter, gratitude. That's the frequency at which they speak. That's why they were earlier when it's like, what do you need to know? Is like, we raise your vibration so you can hear from us. We really want you to be able to hear from us. And you've got both the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Wands. So when we get out of our head, this is like when you become aware of your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and fears that used to keep you feeling trapped and restricted. and bound, then the Eight of Wands is when this is all their messages. That's when you're able to hear their messages. So, a big piece is, um, you know, you're communicating to them all the time, but receiving their messages when you're out of fear, then you can see the outside world and you can see all the messages they're bringing, repeating numbers and synchronicities. And you're like, oh my gosh, you're seeing all this stuff. Thoughts just dropping into your head. Like I said, definitely you feel these emotional surges and energetic surges, and that's how they communicate to you. But when we're in fear, that's when we're out of whack, where it's so noisy. It's like someone trying to talk to you in a bar with the music blaring at its highest, and all you can see is their it's like a Chinese, an old, Chinese Japanese movie where the voices don't match up because they're doing it differently, right? So I like this, that when you're stepping into this place of support and love and peace, that you can hear clearly and you can see clearly and you can feel clearly. But when you're in the fear mode, then that's when it's all staticky and you can't hear, right? So that is what they have for you, supernova. All right. So, see, I've only got a couple of moments here, so I'm going to grab screenshots. And my apologies that was not able to get through all of the donations. I will be back though. Um, I'm going to spend about an hour or so with my praying mantis members, and then I'm going to eat, and then I'll be back on. And so all of the donations, you guys will be first, and I will dive deeper, as always, into your readings, and then I will complete all the free readings as well after that. And then I will, in the session when I come back, I will put a note, a comment at the end when I'm done, listing the order in which all of the readings were completed, both donations first and the free readings. And so you guys will be able to find your readings more easily. Right. Just take a look here. I'm almost to the bottom here, right here. Oops. Scroll up a little more. There we go. Grab these. Right. All right. And then history unveiled. Yeah, history. I'm not going to be able to get to it right now. You can always come back on replay though and watch it. I'll be back in about an hour and a half to finish. I got a bunch of people ahead of you, so it wouldn't be fair for me to do yours right now and not theirs. So I hope you understand. But I will come back. So, and then I did want to make sure I didn't give Nova your last charm. You actually have a Pegasus. So fly high, believe. I like a fantasy type of animal. They're mystical, they're magical, they fly, and it's like believe in things like horses don't fly, Pegasus do. Just I love keeping an open mind with your communication with spirit too. Good question, Johanna. I have wishes. I'll have to share that with you when I come back. Or if you email me at bruddaZEN at gmail.com, I'll do that, or maybe I'll have to create a wish list somewhere. But thank you. You're so kind. Yeah, I'll have to figure one out. Yes, ma'am. I'll make one. Yes, ma'am. All right, everybody. While you're waiting, if you're looking for answers, while we're waiting, make sure to check out your June monthly if you haven't done that here. And you're so funny. And of course, we've got Gemini season. Pick a card as well for the Gemini season. And if you're looking for advice on how to a chaotic situation to cozy, I've got my podcast that has a ton of beautiful information from spirit that have helped with that too. So be sure to check those out. And then also we've got the pilgrimage meditation if you guys want to check that out. So if you're like while you're waiting for your readings, there's always extra fun free things. And because of all the amazing individuals, thank you so much for all the donations, all of my monthly YouTube channel subscribers, and everyone that purchases my other services that are listed in the description box of the video. Because of you guys, I'm able to offer all the free things. That's why I like to come back on and make sure I complete as many free regions as I can, which lately I've been, getting them all, getting them all in there. And so enjoy that while the channel is where it's at. As we grow, who knows what I'm going to be able to do, but we're going to enjoy the moment right now. All right. So thank you guys so much. Remember, every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love to you. Hang in there. Enjoy yourselves. We'll see you soon. You guys take care.